Entrepreneurship is the activity of setting up a business or businesses, taking financial risk with the hope of making profit. A good entrepreneur is the one who has an idea and acts upon the idea to disrupt a market with the introduction of a new product or service. Ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome to another edition of Day-to-Day Business on your favorite channel, LA Business Team. Today we are going to dwell our training in some characteristics that you need to possess in order to become a successful entrepreneur. Don't forget to like, comment and share our page so that you can get all our vibes on business knowledge. First in line to become a successful entrepreneur is curiosity. You need to be curious if you need to be an entrepreneur. Entrepreneurs are not people who settle for what they know. They are people who keep asking questions, who keep finding out new things that they can bring into the market. So you need to be that curious person in order to become a very successful entrepreneur. Secondly, you need to have that willingness to experiment. We have described entrepreneurship as introducing a new product or a new service in the market. Entrepreneurs need to have that desire or that design thinking in order to come up with a product, experimenting and making sure that it is good for the market. So before you introduce the product into the market, you need to have that willingness to experiment it and make sure that your product that you're introducing is going to yield the fruits that it was created for. Remember, they talked about the 4 P's, the 5 P's, which is proper preparation, prevent poor performance. So you need to plan, experiment it, plan, experiment and experiment again before you introduce it to the market. Being an entrepreneur means that you start a new product or service, as we've just said. Now I want to reiterate this point, this third point, which has come up in some of our other videos, which is passion. The third point or the third characteristic you need to possess as a good entrepreneur is being passionate. No one and nobody can be more passionate about your product or service than you who is creating that product. You need to contaminate your audience, contaminate your potential clients with the passion you have for the particular product or service that you're introducing into the market. So passion is a very important characteristic or important attribute that you need to possess as a good entrepreneur. The fourth attribute that we are going to lay emphasis on is adaptability, or we can still use proactivity. A good entrepreneur is somebody who needs to anticipate his actions. You need to be able to look ahead of time, to be able to plan ahead of time before a circumstance happens. For example, I want to take somebody who wants to open an outdoor bar and he decides to build a coverage for it only when the rains come. A good entrepreneur is somebody who anticipates, not only anticipates in the internal structure of his business, also anticipates with what your competitors or your rivals might do. So you have to be able to anticipate and plan before time, before actions happen in your business. The fifth point we're going to talk about is consistency. You know, we started defining entrepreneurship as introducing a new product or service in the market. But it's not always good to keep changing those products, even though innovation is good. It's always good to be consistent in what you do so that people get to identify you with something. So entrepreneurs that really succeed are entrepreneurs that are consistent over a period of time with their product or service. They can bring innovations to those products or services, but they are consistent. It's the same thing. They are following the same trend. So consistency is a very important tool to make customers or potential clients identify you with a particular sector of business. We're going to conclude our class with perseverance. It's not exhaustive because there are so many attributes, so many characteristics that an entrepreneur is supposed to possess. But I want to end with perseverance. Entrepreneurship is not a bed of roses. You know, so many people who quit their normal 8 to 5 jobs and decide to venture into entrepreneurship. They think that it's just you have a brilliant idea and you can just make it the next day. You need to be very perseverant because there are going to be times when this business idea in the beginning might not be very successful, but it doesn't mean that that business idea is a bad one. So you need to persevere and also be resilient knowing that it's not very easy to succeed as an entrepreneur. So gather all the 6 points that I've given you, try and cultivate those inside you, and try to be a good entrepreneur. Don't forget to like, comment, and share our page. LA Business TV will continue bringing you with good vibes on how to succeed in the business world. Stay tuned.
We expose African businesses to the world and bring world business opportunities to Africa. LA Business TV. Unlock your business potential.